Hi everyone, it's Erin from EB Mixed Media. I am working on creating some more painted papers for the Trading Paper Pals swap that's going on right now. And today I'm going to be using my Fabulous Florals stamps that are available at Joggles to create a page that I can share and send out to my pals in the swap. So I'm going to get started, and I'm using this Strathmore drawing paper. So this is a 70 pound paper, and it is 18 by 24 inches, and I'm going to be using a half of that. So the first thing I want to do though, because this is just drawing paper and I want to use my Caran d'Ache watercolor crayons or water soluble crayons, I want to prime my paper here, and I already got a spot on that side, so let's flip it. I do want to prime this piece of paper with some matte medium, and that's going to make these work a little bit better, I believe, on this. So I'm debating about whether I want to stamp first and then put this on. I think I could do that. I think I will, because I'm afraid if there's an uneven surface when I'm stamping, it might be an issue. With the stamps, I'm also going to be using my Caran d'Ache water-soluble crayons. But first to the stamping. I've got my archival ink here, and I've got a stamping block, and I'm just going to get started. We'll start with, this is the poppy. And I'm just going to be putting this around on the page in various spots. And I want this to just be kind of an explosion of florals on this. And I'll start with 3 each for now. This one is called the Summer Bloom. So I have everything stamped, and in order to use my Caran d'Ache Neocolor II water-soluble crayons, I want to go ahead and put some matte medium over this entire page, because it'll just allow these to work a little bit better, since this is not a watercolor piece of paper. It is a drawing paper. And I think this is just going to make it work a little bit better. We shall see. So I'm just going to kind of throw this down. And this ink should not run because it is a permanent ink, so it shouldn't move. But I see that it is a little bit. Just in a couple spots, it looks like it could be. I think I'll be able to cover that up with the color though. Okay, there. I'm gonna go ahead and dry this with my dryer. Okay, so I took a moment to go over some of my lines with my black Sakura Jelly Roll pen and just make sure the lines were filled in. And I can do that again at the end if I see any spots I missed. This one in particular was a bad stamp. And this one over here was a little shoddy. And I connected my leaves to my stems and that sort of thing. So now I'm gonna just color, and this I hope should be kind of fun. And so I'll just pick some different colors and have at it, and we'll see how this works with the matte medium on here to kind of hopefully allow this to spread a little better. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And these function like a watercolor, so you can add, you can darken areas up that you want darkened, and you can even add in, you know, if you wanted to, another color in those areas to kind of darken it up. So this underside, kind of the center, you might want to go a little darker. And then use your water and your brush and to get a really nice watercolor effect. And I'm not being super careful to stay in the lines. If I go out a little bit, that's fine. But that's the lily. So for the summer bloom, I'm going to go off script a little bit and go with kind of a blue. Is this the color I want? I guess so. Let's just start at the base where it's going to be darker and just color up from there. See, I didn't really need much color on that at all. If I wanted to, I could add, like I said, another color in. Yeah, that matte medium's working really well to allow this to blend and flow on this drawing paper. I'm loving it. Let's move down here to this coneflower, and let's do a purple coneflower. Let's see. And I'm just gonna do a little bit at the top of each of these where they meet the center. And for the center, that's brown. Do I have a, I guess that is what I want. It's kind of a burnt russet, I think it's called. But we could put a little darker brown around the edges. Let's see how that looks. I could almost use a smaller brush. Oh my gosh, guys, this is fun. It's like coloring and watercolor all together. I'm loving it. So I think I'll just put some music on and play. My florals colored in, and for my background I'm going to use this blue turquoise, and I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to need. Let's just start in this corner and I can get a sense of how much I need to actually color on the page to get the paint moving around. I'll just put a little bit everywhere and see how that goes. I just want to make sure I don't have a lot of the scribbles showing. But I guess it doesn't matter. It's kind of a neat effect where it's darker. This is a fun activity, and I think if you have some littles in your life, this would be fun for them. Because it's really pretty simple. I mean, I think if I wanted to take more time, I could really get intricate and make something really, you know, beautiful watercolor. But just for some background paper and just for some fun, I think this is perfectly adequate. Yeah, I'm really liking the background effect where some areas are heavier where the scribbles were, and then other areas are lighter. I think that's a pretty effect. And I'm not being real careful about not hitting the flowers. I think if they kind of bleed into each other, that's part of the effect. I mean, we do have raindrops going on here, so it's kind of a rainy day where all the colors sort of bleed together through your window pane, right? Okay, I'm gonna give that a dry. All right, we're not quite finished yet. We have a few more things to do here. I'm gonna start by coloring in my raindrops with a little bit of white here. I've got my white Posca pen here. You could just use a white pen just to get this little more emphasis. Okay. And then let's put some white dots in the middle of this one. And I like to put some white for some reason on these as if the sun's kind of hitting it. It's just a little pop of color that I like. What else? I'm gonna take my black and go over all of my little dots and doodads in here. And these. Just again to give them a little more emphasis and have them pop. I think I'll take some yellow and go in the center of this with the yellow as well. Needs a little something. Yeah. There we go. And that's it. I think we're finished. Now, we're not finished because what do we need to add to everything to make it even better? All together, class? Splatters, right. So let's do that. Now, there we go. What a fun piece of paper, and it was fun to make. I really had a good time with that. I hope you did too. I'll be back again soon with another video. In the meantime, you can find me on Instagram. I'm at EB Mixed Media. That's EB_Mixed Media. Thanks all. Bye.